The distress beacon from Outpost Zeta 9 had been silent for 3 days. By all tactical assessments, everyone inside was dead. The Krell assault had been swift, brutal, and overwhelming. Commander Vex Thor of the Galactic Defense Coalition stood in the war room, surrounded by holographic displays showing the devastation. 47 Coalition soldiers trapped inside a failing bunker, surrounded by 2,000 Krell warriors. The math was simple, extraction was impossible. We write them off? Vex Thor declared. Honor their sacrifice and withdraw our forces from the sector before the Krell advance further? Every species representative in the room nodded in agreement. Every species except one. No. The single word came from the back of the room. Captain Marcus Webb, United Earth Defense Force, stepped into the light. He was unremarkable by galactic standards, 6 feet tall, standard human build, wearing a worn combat uniform with too many repair patches. Captain Webb. Vex Thor's translator conveyed his irritation perfectly. Your opinion is noted and dismissed. The tactical reality. 47 soldiers are alive in that outpost. Marcus interrupted. I don't care about tactical reality. I care about bringing them home. They are not all human, Vex Thor pointed out. 32 are Draxian, 8 are Zenthari, 5 are Quellan, and only 2 are from your species. This is not Earth's fight. They're coalition, Marcus said flatly. That makes it everyone's fight, including mine. The Draxian military advisor, General Kresh, spoke up. Captain, I appreciate your sentiment, but my people understand the mathematics of war. Sometimes sacrifice is necessary for the greater good. Those soldiers knew the risks. Did they know you'd abandon them? Marcus asked quietly. The room went silent. How dare you? Kresh began. I'm not criticizing, Marcus interrupted. I'm asking, did those soldiers, your people, General, did they sign up knowing that if things went bad, you'd leave them to die? Because human soldiers? They sign up knowing the exact opposite. They know that no matter how bad it gets, someone will come. We have a saying, and no one left behind. It's not just words. It's a promise. Vex Thor pulled up the tactical display. Captain Webb, look at these numbers. 2,000 Krell warriors, heavy armor, air support. The bunker will fail in approximately 18 hours. Any extraction attempt would require a force we cannot spare and would result in catastrophic losses. Your human saying is admirable, but it is not practical. Marcus studied the display for a long moment. Then he smiled. Not a happy smile, but something colder. You're right, Commander. It's not practical. It's insane, it's illogical. It's tactically unsound. He turned to face the room. It's also what humans do. You cannot possibly... I'm not asking permission, Marcus said. I'm informing you. I'm taking a ship and going to get our people. Your people. Kresh challenged. You said only 2 humans are in that outpost. Al 47 are our people. Marcus replied. The moment they put on coalition uniforms, they became ours. That's how humans see it. Vex Thor's mandibles clicked in agitation. I cannot authorize a suicide mission, then don't authorize it. Court-martial me later if I survive. Marcus headed for the door. But I'm going. Anyone want to come with me? The room was silent. Then unexpectedly a voice spoke up. I will go. Everyone turned. Lieutenant Kira Ven, a young Quillan officer, stood up. Her bioluminescent skin flickered nervously, but her voice was steady. My sister is in that outpost, she said. If the human is crazy enough to try, I'm crazy enough to help. Another voice. The humans have an expression, in for a penny, in for a pound. This from Chief Engineer Sarah Chen, human, who'd been silent until now. I'll prep the fastest ship we have. Then another. My clan brother is trapped there. A Draxian pilot scales rippling with determination. I will fly. One by one, volunteers step forward. Humans, yes, but also Draxian, Zenthari, Quellans. Species who supposedly understood tactical reality. And acceptable losses. General Kresh watched his own people volunteer and felt something crack inside his warrior's heart. This is madness, he said. Yes, sir. Marcus agreed. But it's the kind of madness that wins wars. Not through firepower or numbers, but through the belief that every life matters. That no one is expendable. That we fight for each other, not just for victory. Vex Thor looked at the crowd of volunteers, 23 soldiers from 6 different species, all willing to risk their lives for what every tactical manual said was a lost cause. You will all die, he said quietly. Maybe, Marcus replied. But we'll die trying. And if we pull it off, those 47 soldiers will know that someone cared enough to come back. That's worth dying for, Commander. The ship they took was a fast attack corvette, lightly armed but quick. Sarah Chen pushed the engines to 110% capacity, burning through safety margins like they were suggestions. Marcus gathered his team in the cramped briefing room. On the display was Outpost Zeta 9, a reinforced bunker on a barren moon, now surrounded by Krell forces. "Here's the situation," he said. "We're outnumbered, outgunned, and out of time. The Krell know we're not coming, why would we? It's suicide. That gives us exactly one advantage, surprise. One advantage against 2,000 enemies," muttered Private Jax, a Draxian who'd volunteered despite being 3 weeks from rotation home. "Great odds." "Actually, I count 3 advantages," Marcus said. "Surprise, speed. And the fact that we're all apparently insane enough to be here." That got a few nervous laughs. "The Krell are siege fighters," Marcus continued. "They surround, bombard, wait for surrender. They're not expecting a breakout or an insertion. We're going to give them both." He outlined the plan. It was ambitious, reckless, and depended on at least a dozen things going exactly right. In other words, it was a terrible plan. "This will never work," Caravan said. "Probably not," Marcus agreed, "but it's the best terrible plan we've got. Anyone want to back out? Last chance. No judgment." No one moved. "All right then." Marcus checked his rifle, his hand steady despite the fear he felt. "Let's go be heroes or idiots. Possibly both." The approach was the easy part. They came in dark, no emissions, riding the moon's magnetic field to mask their signature. The Krell sensors were focused inward on the bunker, not watching for incoming ships. The hard part came next. 2, 1. Go. 20. 3 soldiers in drop pods launched from the corvette, falling toward the moon's surface like meteors. The Krell finally noticed, but too late to effectively respond. Anti-air fire lit up the sky, but the pods were small, fast, and already too close. Marcus hit the ground hard, his pod's impact absorption systems barely keeping his spine intact. Around him, other pods crashed down. 18 soldiers emerged from the smoke and dust. 5 pods hadn't made it. "Form up!" Marcus shouted. "Grief later, fight now!" The survivors rallied, and Marcus felt a surge of pride. These soldiers, different species, different worlds, different everything, moved like a unit. Because that's what they were. The Krell response was immediate. Warriors poured toward the landing site, weapons blazing. Sarah Chen opened fire, her plasma rifle cutting down the first wave. "Contact right!" Jax's heavy weapon roared. "Contact everywhere!" Someone yelled, which was accurate. Marcus dropped to one knee, firing in controlled bursts. "Push toward the bunker! Don't stop moving!" What followed was chaos. Pure, violent chaos. The Krell had numbers, but the coalition team had desperation and the absolute refusal to quit. They fought through enemy lines like a spear thrust, leaving destruction in their wake. Marcus took a hit to the shoulder, plasma burn, painful but not fatal. He kept moving. Caravan went down, her leg shattered. 2 Draxian soldiers grabbed her and kept running, carrying her between them. "Almost there!" Marcus saw the bunker entrance, sealed and fortified. "Sarah! Get that door open!" Sarah Chen sprinted to the entrance, plasma cutter already in hand. Behind her, the team formed a defensive perimeter, holding off wave after wave of Krell attackers. "How long?" Marcus asked, dropping his 3rd magazine. 30 seconds. "We don't have 30 seconds!" "Then I'll do it in 20! Marcus glanced at his team. 12 soldiers left standing. Ammunition running low. The Krell were forming for another assault. This was it. They'd either get through that door or die trying. 15 seconds! Sarah shouted. A massive Krell warrior charged directly at Marcus. No time to shoot. Marcus drove his rifle stock into the creature's face, felt bones break, his or the Krell's, he couldn't tell. They went down together, grappling, and Marcus found his combat knife, driving it into the gap in the Krell's armor. Doors open. Sarah yelled, "Everyone inside!" "No!" The team rushed through. Marcus was last, firing his sidearm until the slide locked back empty, then diving through the entrance. The door slammed shut behind him, Sarah already welding it closed. Inside the bunker, 47 surprised faces stared at them. Extraction team. One of the Draxian defenders asked in disbelief. Command sent an extraction team? Command didn't send anyone. Marcus said, breathing hard, checking his team. 12 survivors from 23. We came ourselves. A human sergeant, one of the 2 trapped soldiers, stepped forward. Captain Webb? Sir, with all respect, are you insane? There are 2,000 Krell out there! I'm aware, Sergeant. Now there are 2,000 Krell very pissed off at us specifically. Marcus reloaded his rifle. Anyone injured? We've got a medic. Sir, the sergeant pressed. Or are we getting out? Marcus smiled grimly. Working on that part. Sarah, you got comms working? On it, Captain. While Sarah worked on establishing communications, Marcus took stock of the situation. 47 defenders, most injured, low on ammunition and supplies, plus his 12 soldiers, equally battered. The bunker's shields were at 12% and failing. Got comms? Sarah announced. Patching through to Coalition Command. Commander Vexthor. Marcus said into the transmitter. This is Captain Webb. Package located. Requesting immediate extraction for 59 personnel. There was a long pause. Then, Captain Webb, you actually made it inside? Yes, sir. Lost 11 good soldiers doing it. Don't intend to lose anyone else. Can you get us out or not? Another pause. Marcus could almost hear the calculations happening across light years of space. Captain? Vexthor's voice was different now. You have done something impossible. But extraction is still. Commander, I didn't come here to die. I came here to bring people home. All of them. So I'm going to ask again, can you get us out? Silence. Then, Captain Webb, hold your position. Extraction fleet is being mobilized. 6 hours. 6 hours. Marcus looked at the shield display. We have maybe 4 before this bunker fails. Then you will need to hold for 4 hours, and we will arrive in 6. That is the best I can offer. Marcus laughed actual laughter. So we need to survive 2 hours in a failed bunker against 2,000 Krell with dwindling ammunition and no shields. Standard Tuesday for humans. We'll see you in 6 hours, Commander. Webb out. He turned to the assembled soldiers, human Draxion, Zenthari, Quellen, species who'd never fought together before, but were about to become family. All right, here's the situation, Marcus said. We've got 4 hours of shields and 6 hours until rescue. That means 2 hours of defending this bunker the old-fashioned way with guns, guts, and sheer stubbornness. Anyone here not willing to fight? Not a single hand raised. Good, because I didn't come all this way to lose anyone now. We're all walking out of here. I don't care if I have to carry every single one of you on my back. We are all going home. The next 6 hours became legend in coalition military history. When the shields failed, the Krell assaulted the bunker with everything they had. But they found something they didn't expect. Soldiers from 6 different species fighting as one, coordinated by human tactical doctrine that prioritized one thing above all else, protecting each other. Draxian heavy weapons teams held choke points while human sappers rigged improvised explosives. Zenthari snipers provided cover as Quillen medics pulled wounded soldiers to safety. Every species using their unique strengths, covering each other's weaknesses, refusing to give ground. Marcus was everywhere directing fire, moving ammunition, encouraging soldiers, and always at the most dangerous positions. He took 3 more hits, kept fighting. When ammunition ran low, they used Krell weapons. When those ran out, they fought with knives, tools, bare hands. 2 hours became 4. 4 became 5 at hour 5 and 43 minutes. With the bunker in ruins and the defenders down to their last magazines, the sky lit up. Coalition ships dropped from FTL, weapons blazing. The Krell forces scattered as orbital strikes hammered their positions. All personnel, this is Vexthor. Extraction ships inbound. Hold for 60 more seconds. 60 seconds. After 6 hours of hell, they could manage 60 more seconds. The extraction shuttles landed in a storm of covering fire. The defenders, all 59 of them, rushed aboard, carrying their wounded, supporting each other. Marcus was last to board, as always. He took one final look at the bunker they defended, at the Krell forces retreating, at the ground soaked with the blood of both defenders and attackers. Captain, Sarah shouted from the shuttle. We need to go? Marcus climbed aboard. The shuttle lifted off, and through the viewport, he watched the bunker explode as demolition charges destroyed it, denying it to the Krell. In the shuttle, 59 soldiers sat in exhausted silence. Different species, different worlds, but united by what they'd survived together. Then someone started clapping. Others joined. Soon the entire shuttle thundered with applause, not for victory, but for survival. For the insane human who'd come back for them, and for everyone who'd been crazy enough to help. Marcus stood at attention in front of Commander Vexthor's desk, expecting a court-martial. Captain Webb, Vexthor said, you disobeyed orders, commandeered military assets, led an unauthorized mission, and violated approximately 47 regulations. Yes, sir. You also saved 59 coalition soldiers against impossible odds, demonstrated tactics that military theorists are still trying to understand, and inspired an act of unity across species lines that command has never witnessed before. Marcus said nothing. I have been ordered to reprimand you, Vexthor continued. Instead, I am promoting you to major and assigning you to develop Coalition Special Operations Doctrine. He stood, extending an appendage. Because apparently, humans know something about warfare that the rest of us forgot, that soldiers are not statistics or acceptable losses. They are individuals worth saving. Marcus shook the offered appendage. It's not complicated, Commander. We just refuse to leave our people behind. Yes, but until last week your people meant humans. Now it means everyone who wears a coalition uniform. That Major Webb is revolutionary. As Marcus left the office, he found a crowd waiting. The 59 soldiers he'd helped save, along with dozens of others who'd heard the story. General Kresh stepped forward, the Draxian who'd initially opposed the mission. Major Webb, my people have a tradition. When a warrior saves a clan member's life, they are adopted into the clan. You saved 32 Draxians. By our law, you are now clan to all of us. Similar declarations came from Zentheri, Quellen, and other species representatives. Marcus found himself adopted into a dozen different cultural groups, all because he'd done something humans considered basic. He'd gone back for people who needed help. That evening, in the Coalition mess hall, an unprecedented sight, soldiers from 20 different species sitting together, sharing meals, telling stories. The barriers between them weren't gone, but they were lower. Marcus sat with his team, the 12 who'd survived the insertion. They were bandaged, exhausted, but alive. Was it worth it, Captain? Caravan asked. We lost 11 good soldiers. Marcus was quiet for a moment, thinking of the faces he'd never see again. We lost 11 heroes, he said finally. And we saved 59 lives. Ask me if it was worth it, and I'll tell you to ask those 59 soldiers and their families. Ask them if those 11 heroes died for nothing. They didn't, said one of the rescued Draxians, approaching their table. They died so we could live, so our families would have us back. That's not nothing. That's everything. Marcus raised his glass to the 11, and to the promise no one left behind. Not now, not ever, no one left behind, the room echoed, and in that moment, the Coalition became something more than an alliance. It became a family, because a group of crazy soldiers had proven that species, numbers, and tactical reality mattered less than a simple truth. When someone needs help, you go, you fight, you bring them home. That's what humans do, and now it's what everyone does. Hio Alotian Militar and AUP8 Ganiral or DR1 effective immediately. All Coalition forces will adhere to the following principle. No Coalition soldier will be abandoned while rescue remains possible. Tactical assessments will include extraction planning for all personnel. Acceptable losses is no longer an acceptable term. This order, inspired by human military tradition and proven effective in the Zeta 9 operation, reflects our commitment to every soldier who wears our uniform. We are not an alliance of convenience. We are family, no one left behind. Commander Vexthor, Coalition Defense Command.